This program is brought to you by Globe Asiatic.
Welcome to the GA Report. I'm Sonny Lopez and we got a jam-packed 30 minutes on more real estate and financial know-how from the country's #1 authority on real estate business. Today, a close-up look at the subject of real estate and the big-time advantage of having a real qualified property developer working with you. To understand it better, Globe Asiatic's President and Chief Executive Officer Delphin Lee, who knows real estate business like the back of his hands, is also here to guide us. These are the top real estate stories on the GA Report.
Kung 10,000 ang kita mo, pilitin mo that you have 30% or 3,000 that you can save for your dwelling a month. And what does it mean? If you have 3,000 and if you tie up with Pag-ibig, yung 3,000 mo if you spend it on a rental ka ng apartment, rental ka ng spending system, why not own instead of renting? So, yung binabayad mong 3,000, it's much better for you to buy a unit where amortization, let's say, a Pag-ibig loan right now, up to 3 million, you have only 6% interest a year.
Since this Pag-ibig members has no cash to buy the units being produced by the developers like Globe Asiatic, yung borrower hihiram sa Pag-ibig to purchase the units produced by the developer. Well, name it and they have it, no? Kasi from socialized housing units as low as 400,000, meron sila. At saka yung mga high-end which could go as high as 5 million, meron din sila. So that's the range of housing units being offered by Globe Asiatic to home buyers, especially to Pag-ibig members. My advice to all say people who would like to purchase a house, if you can afford it now, you buy it now. Once kaya nyo na, then you buy a house immediately. So if right now you can only afford say a unit na maliit lang, say 30 square meters, kung yun lang ang kaya nyo, bilhin nyo na ngayon through a Pag-ibig housing loan. Anyway, later, pag kaya nyo nang bumili ng malaking bahay, you are allowed by Pag-ibig Fund to fully pay your loan and then you buy a bigger house. So that's my advice, especially for Pag-ibig members. If you can afford to buy a house now, buy it now.
You're still tuned in on the GA Report with Delphin Lee. I'm Sonny Lopez and here are my questions.
Okay, Sonny, shoot.
Okay, I'm a first-time buyer, virgin buyer.
Virgin buyer.
Oh,
okay.
Ganun. What do I do? Where do I go? Alam mo, the most common problem is financing.
Well, if you're buying from a developer, most of us would actually provide you with different kind of financing package. One would be the typical bank financing. In this case, you would have to get the credit approval from the bank. They will check on your credit standing. They would, of course, require you to show proof of income.
Okay.
How much can you afford to pay? And of course, the value of the loan will also depend on their appraisal. Well, if you're buying from developers, we would have already pre-appraised our products with the bank. So typically, the value of our price would almost be at par with their appraisal value. That's the market value. So a bank financing, you would need maybe to put up 20 up to 30% down payment. Bank will finance the 70%. That's on top of all the legal fees.
Yes.
The transfer fees, all of this. Another type of financing would be in-house financing.
In-house, meaning the developer from
The developer will finance your purchase under a contract to sell scheme.
Okay.
In this case, you may be required to put up 10% or 20%. The normal industry practice would be 20%. The balance, 80%, can be financed through in-house. It's the developer financing you over a maximum term of maybe 15 years.
15 years.
But this type of financing would typically be more expensive than bank financing.
Okay. Higher interest rates.
Higher interest rate. But there would be less paperwork, less credit checking.
In our culture, di ba? Yung mommy tsaka daddy financing. Maraming ganun, di ba?
Of course.
Mga buyers.
Yeah, but we don't ask our buyers where the money comes from.
Yes.
It could be from mommy, it could be from daddy, it could be from sugar daddy.
Okay. Which is happening, right?
It's happening.
Where do I go? I got the money now. Punta ba ako sa kagaya mo? Punta ako, meron akong pera. Tapos, pupunta ako sa contractor.
Well,
Anong mas advantageous?
okay, you're asking me if it's more advantageous to put up your own house or to buy from a
Yes.
developer
Build your own?
for a straight house and lot package. It depends on your taste and your financial capability.
Okay.
Typically, I would sum it up like this. For people who buy lot only,
Yes.
and they want their house to be constructed by their own engineers, they have their own architect. Parang if you buy an RTW, ready to wear na yun, right?
Yes.
So you're actually buying a house and lot package.
House and lot package.
So you know exactly the design, what it's made of,
Yes.
how much it is, with even financing provided. So these are RTW, ready
Yes.
to make, ready to wear. So these are our products.
Yes.
Now, if you buy lots only, this would actually be catering to the upper segment. These are the high-end market.
Okay, but the problem is that a lot of people, they buy lots and then
So
they don't
these are-
have something
I would
to-
say these are mostly the high-end market. Let's say you buy a lot, 400 square meters, 600 square meters, and you want your house to be unique,
Yes.
your own design, your own taste. That would be nice if you have the necessary financing available, because I don't think banks will be too aggressive to finance you,
Yes.
especially if it's on your own design. So you must have the funds available. Second, I have never seen one instance wherein people come up with an estimate. The architect would draw up the plan.
Yes.
The engineer will come up with the estimate. That estimate never happened. It never comes true. It's always an overshoot of estimate. I have never seen one house built within budget.
Pero the biggest market sector here, with the limited resources, they usually go to you.
This is where we play a big part. So we are here. We have our model units ready. We have different models, different designs. You will actually be getting the house and lot intact, complete, as per commitment. No headache, no supervision needed, and then financing provided.
You now have your money. You build your house, or you bought a house and lot, and then before you bought the house and the lot, or before you went to a contractor, there were certain promises that were made. What protects me from